Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Maha Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very good evening to all. This is the third sloka in the Gita Dhyana which we are going to take up today. The first sloka was the invocation of Bhagavad Gita herself. The second sloka was the invocation of Sri Vedavyasa. The third sloka today is the invocation to Sri Krishna Bhagavan himself. So first I will chant the sloka. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraiga Panaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraiga Panaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. So Prapanna Parijataya. Prapanna means whoever takes refuge in Sri Krishna, whoever surrenders, Prapanna, whoever surrenders to God, Prapanna. Parijata means the Parijata tree. So whoever surrenders to Sri Krishna, he is the Parijata. The Parijata is the shielding tree in heaven, in Indra's heaven. So it can, if you pray to it, Parijata can grant any of our wishes. It is like Kamadhenu. Like Kamadhenu can grant all the wishes, Parijata is also capable of doing that. So there is a story behind it. So there was Narakasura in Pragjyotishpur, which is the present day Guwahati in Assam. So Narakasura had kept 16,000 princes as 16,008 princes as captive there in Pragjyotishpur. And Sri Krishna wanted to kill Narakasura and release all this. Otherwise also he was an Asura, creating a lot of problems for the pious people of the world. He was waiting for an opportunity. This Narakasura once went to Swarga and stole the kundalas, earrings of precious earrings of Lord Indra's mother Aditi. So Indra now complained to Sri Krishna. So it became an opportunity to Sri Krishna to embark on the killing of this Narakasura. So he took Satyabhamaji on the back of the Garuda and flew down to Pragjyotishpur, because Narakasura is the son of goddess Earth, Bhumi Devi, and he could have been killed only by Bhumi Devi. He had got a blessing like that. Vardhan, he had got a Vardhan that he will be killed only by Bhumi Devi. But Satyabhama, being Bhumi Devi avatar, she could have killed him. So Krishna took Satyabhama there and killed Narakasura. Satyabhama sent an arrow which killed Narakasura. After that, Krishna released all the 16,000 ladies kept captive by Narakasura. All of them prayed that we please make us your wives. Otherwise, our families, royal families, will not admit us. They will all think that Narakasura has already polluted us, so they will not admit us. So please take us as your wives. That is why Sri Krishna got 16,000 wives and 8 more Pattamahishis. 8 more Pattamahishis he is having. So then Sri Krishna recovered that Kundala of Aditi Devi from Narakasura's palace, made Narakasura's son the king of Pragjyotishpur, and he flew down to Swarga and handed over the Kundalas to Indra. While returning, Sri Krishna saw that Parijata tree and he said Satyabhama and he had done so much for Indra. So he just did not ask Indra, just took out that Parijata, uprooted Parijata, took to Dwaraka and planted it in the courtyard of Satyabhama Devi. So this is the story behind Parijata. So Indra had got annoyed with it and came to fight with Krishna. That is another story. So now, whoever takes refuge in Sri Krishna, for him Sri Krishna is the Parijata. Prapanna Parijataya Totravetraikapane. This is a beautiful comparison. In two stages of Sri Krishna's life, he has held the staff. One was as a Gopal, to control the cows, he was holding a stick. Now in the Mahabharata battleground, he was holding a stick to control the horses tied to the Ratha of Arjuna. Totravetra Ekapane, Jnanamudraya Krishnaya. And on the other hand, he was holding the Jnanamudra, Chinmudra. So, in Mahabharata battle, before the battle started, sitting on the Ratha of Arjuna, Krishna was advising Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna with a stick in one hand, Totra Vetraikapane, and holding Jnanamudra on the other hand. Why he held Jnanamudra? Jnanamudra symbolizes the transfer of knowledge, supreme knowledge. So when he was advising Gita, he held the Jnanamudra so that the knowledge is properly delivered to Arjuna. Lord Shiva asks in the form of Guru, Dakshinamurti, he also holds the Chinmudra, Jnanamudra. All the sages who want answers to their spiritual queries will come and sit in front of Dakshinamurti. They will raise their questions in their mind only. Dakshinamurti will hold the Chinmudra and the reply will be transmitted to the minds of the Rishis and Munis. This was the system. So Krishna was also holding Jnanamudra while advising Gita to Arjuna. So in one hand the stick and the other hand the Chinmudra, Jnanamudra. Gitamrita Duhe Namaha. Gitamrita Duha. Duha means milker. Krishna was a Gopal also. Now he is, so at that time he used to milk the cows. Now he is milking the Gita Amrita. He is from the Upanishads, he is the milking the Amrita and giving it to Partha and also us. Because Vedavyasa incorporated Gita into Mahabharata, so we also got that Amrita. Amrita is which saves us from death, the cycle of birth and death. So, Sri Krishna is a Gita Amrita Duha. He is the milker of the Gita Amrita, nectar of Gita. So, which was directly given to Arjuna and indirectly we received it through Vedavyasa who incorporated in Mahabharata. So, the total sloka is Prapanna Parijataya. The Sri Krishna, who is the Parijata, the shielding tree to all who devote to him, Totra Vetraikapane, who is holding in one hand a stick, Jnanamudraya Krishna, he is also holding Jnanamudra in the other hand, Gitamrita Duhe, he is also the milker of the Gitamrita. So I surrender, I pay my namaskar, I do Sashtanga Namaskar to that Sri Krishna, the milker of Gita Amrita, who is the Parijata to the people who surrender to him, who was holding one stick in one hand and also holding the Jnana Mudra. Such Sri Krishna I am bowing down unto. This is the third sloka. Thank you very much. Om Sahana Vavadu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahi Tejasvinavadidamastu Ma Vidyushavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.